Hello, my name is Tendai.
Hi, my name is Ayanda, and we are Tulia Talks. We are partnered with Coventry City Council, bringing awareness about migrants' lives and also offering them support and advice.
Tulia Group is a community interest company that provides legal advice and holistic support for migrants. And today we've got a special guest in the building, Kudzai Mizi. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. So, having lived in the UK for so many years, what would you say is one dad duty that you never quite thought you would do, but have, started doing since arriving?
All right. So coming from Zimbabwe, we came with a young daughter. She's now 5. One duty I never thought I would do was getting her ready for school. So this involves bathing her, changing her clothes, feeding her, and then taking her to school. Normally, I was used to just driving them to school, but now I am the one who has to get her ready for it. So that's one duty I never thought I would do.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's very interesting. And coming to think about it culturally, how it's considering it's coming from Zimbabwe, where the roles are slightly different. That's very
Yes.
interesting to know, isn't it,
Yes.
Ayanda?
Very interesting. I mean, having lived in the UK, what would you say have been, ways that your personality has been revealed because of experiences?
Right. I think for me, one thing that came through was how purpose always finds you. So when I came to the UK, it was all about how can we make it here? How can we grow business, make money? And throughout all that, I would constantly get requests to talk to men and provide support. Community work that I'd done in Zimbabwe, but that I didn't want to really do here because that's not why I had come to the UK.
Yeah.
But it was amazing how that followed me until now. It's become a big part of what I'm doing in the UK. So I just realized that wherever you are, what you're meant to do in life will have a way of finding you.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, who is Kudzai Midzi? What do you represent? What do you do?
I'm a dad, 6 children. So I really love that role. For me, that's maybe one of my biggest roles, being a dad.
Amazing.
As I mentioned, community, I work a lot with communities. So my passion is around working with charities, nonprofits, and
Yeah.
helping them to thrive. So a lot of my work is then around that and working with organizations like that as well. Also working with men. So I've ended up working a lot with men in the UK as well. And I think that's coming to also start to define me and what I'm involved in.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's interesting. And, you've done a great job to raise 6 children.
Yeah.
Congratulations and well done for that, because men don't get to hear it sometimes, but you did a
Yeah.
great job raising a big family. I just want to ask something you spoke about communities and how you're working with men. So what does that look like and what does that involve?
So I think, and this was applicable to me as well. When I first came to the UK, I don't think I fully expected the change in roles that was needed or what the environment would demand of men. And so it's a bit of a shock, a huge shock when you come in and see the role changes, the power dynamics change. And I think sometimes as a man, you don't know who to turn to.
Yeah.
You've got no one to talk to about your issues. You start to feel as if your masculinity is being questioned. So for me, it's been a lot about touching base with men, talking to them about their issues, and then just making sure they're settling in well in the UK and adapting as well.
Wow.
And just a follow-on question. So how do these conversations go? Is it online? Is it in person? Do you have some sort of groups, or how does that look like?
So initially it just started as, in fact, from Tulia itself, because I think a lot of these men would come to Tulia for legal help. But you then realize they need more than legal help. So they were referred individually. So it would be one-on-one conversations. But of late, we've then expanded this. We then formed Thrive Men. And our platforms are different. We have a WhatsApp group where we talk. We have fortnightly Zoom meetings, and we meet in person twice a year now. We have a business forum and then another men's conference that we meet. So we're trying to then have different ways and platforms through which men can then talk and meet as well.
Wow. Wow. I mean, obviously, you speak to men, very, very often. And how do you feel that moving to the UK has sort of changed your perception and understanding of what it means to be masculine, what it means to be a man today in 2026, especially?
Yeah, so, a lot of us, our fathers were role models. So fatherhood or masculinity was shaped by what we saw in our communities. And it was a very different setting then, where the man was the provider.
Yeah.
He was expected to make sure the family got everything they needed. Emotionally, he was detached. Domestically, in terms of domestic duties, he wouldn't get too involved. So aloof and not too emotionally involved with the family.
Yeah.
I think the UK is very different. The roles are different. As the man, you're not only the breadwinner. For many families, the women, the mothers become the main breadwinners as well. So you need to adjust to that.
Yeah.
The duties in the house, everyone needs to get involved. So fathers are also becoming very involved in household duties as well. So that's a big shift from what we're used to. So you're starting to see that instead of being the leader, detached from the family, you're now part of the family, and it's a lot more about partnership and negotiating. So even with the children and how you bring them up, it's very different. It's no longer do what I say or else.
Yeah.
It's more negotiated. You need to understand their position and almost convince them of what you want them to do. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
amazing. And thank you so much for that. So whilst we're on that, we have got prizes. So if you can answer this question on how coming to the UK, if you're a migrant father, has shaped your understanding of being a man and masculinity, please type in the comment section. We want to hear it. And the comment with the highest number of likes is going to get away with the prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just coming back onto that, saying how, you're sort of trying to deconstruct gender norms. How do you feel between balancing parenting, balancing work life, and just managing your whole schedule? How have you adapted to the UK life in that way?
To be honest, I don't even know if I've adapted yet, because I think there was so much that needed to change. So I think one thing that I've noticed now is that life is not the same as it was in Zimbabwe, where you knew you had house help. The role for mom was pretty defined. Father knew exactly what he had to do. Now everyone is involved. There's no house help, so it means everyone in the family is now involved. So there's a lot of negotiations around time and what people are doing as well. And then I've also found that I need to plan my day very well because there's so much I need to do. I work from home, so my day is pretty much set in a pattern. So I then make sure that I know I'm the one who does the school run in the morning, so I get my daughter ready. When she's at school is when I get to do my work, and I know she's going to come back before others come from school or before my wife comes home from work. So it's my duty to then go and pick her up. And in all that, you need to make sure you're then creating time later on for work and other things that you need to do. So you really also need to plan your day. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
That's amazing. And whilst we're on that, I mean, you spoke about how the work that you're doing with Thrive, the men's platform, how do you think communities, can support fathers or even men to settle in the UK, migrant men? I know there is talking therapies. I know there's Coventry City Council. We've done a project with them at Tulia where we signpost people to speak to someone if they really need to.
Yeah.
But coming back to men, I think you can shed some light on there.
Yeah. So I think it's very difficult for men to open up. So I think one of the biggest things that could be done is to create platforms where they feel safe enough to be able to speak. I also think things like mentorship programs. So having men who've been here longer mentor the new men that are coming in, I think that really helps. One thing that I discovered, I thought what I was going through was totally unique to me or new to the people coming into the UK now. Talking to men who've been here 20 years, 30 years, you find that they went through the same challenges. So having them talk about and give support is also critical as well. And I think just sharing information, you mentioned a number of organizations that help. I think as much as possible to then share information with the men coming in so that they also learn to adapt. And, loneliness is a big thing.
Yeah.
So I think for many men, they don't have the social networks they had back home.
Mhm.
So it's very important to then see as a community in what ways can we create spaces for men to even just meet and talk as well.
And
Amazing.
you speaking on some of the challenges, including loneliness. Would you say that there's any other challenges which you feel like not many people speak about ever that migrant men, face almost on a daily basis, in the UK?
Yeah, I think for me, fathering in the UK is very different from fathering, for example, in Zimbabwe. The children have a lot more rights, they speak out more, so you need to be negotiating and talking to them a lot more as well. But also there's a change in power dynamics within the households, where previously what the fathers said went without question. We're seeing now our wives becoming more independent here. In some cases, they become the breadwinners in the house. So those power changes happen. And I think a lot of men need help to adapt to that and to understand that for this change, for what is now here, they need a different parenting and being a different type of partner to make it work.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Why do you feel that it's you mentioned Thrive in the UK, that's a very good organization. Why do you feel support networks like Thrive in the UK are so essential for helping migrant men to adapt and to settle and to integrate,
So let's say if I was in Zimbabwe and that an issue, it's very easy to just phone a friend. Sometimes not even phone, you just drive to his house and he's there.
Yeah.
Fridays, you're meeting up with the boys every Friday. So there are a lot of platforms where you can talk. When you're now here, you don't have that. People are so busy. They don't have the time for all these boys get-togethers. So it's very important then for other platforms to come in and give the support that maybe the social support systems in Zimbabwe might have been giving.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. And I also liked what you said about you supporting your daughter going to school. I think that also speaks to how much of a present father you are.
Yeah.
So maybe a word out there, like to somebody watching right now. They've got shifts that they need to do. They've got work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
What would be your advice on them being still a present parent and what actually the work that they need to do?
So for me, well, I consider myself a present parent, but my kids told me I'm not as present as I thought I was. And the issue was just around when you are there, be there as much as possible.
Yeah.
So I would be there, but I'll be on my laptop working. I'll be on the phone talking to my friends and maybe not hear the questions they're asking. So what I would advise is maximize the time that you have because of shifts and rigorous work patterns. People might not have as much time to spend with their children, but that little time that you have, I think, be all there. Don't let distractions get in the way and listen to what your children are saying. And I think for me, from my children, I found that's what being present really meant for them. Was I truly hearing what they were saying, or was I just busy on my phone and grunting while they said a lot of things?
Yeah, so busy scrolling on social media.
Yeah.
But that's for all of us, right? We all
Absolutely.
spend so much time scrolling on social media, not being present with our families.
Yes.
So yeah, that is a real thing. I mean, how do you feel that you stay grounded when life becomes overwhelming? What helps you?
So for me, Thrive has been really good. I keep on going back to Thrive because even for me, when I feel a little overwhelmed, we have a social group. I can go in the Thrive social group and the light-hearted comments and posts that people help to lighten the day. I'm also happy to have family around. So, when things are just feeling a little heavy, I can phone my sister. I have my son here, I can phone my son. So there are people that I can turn to for support as well. But I also run and play squash. So sport also helps just to get the heavy, thoughts and stuff off my head as well. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And if you're watching today, I would like you to share in the comments what keeps you moving whenever you feel overwhelmed. Remember, we've got prizes, so the comment with the highest number of likes is going to go away with the prize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you feel like has been the biggest surprise about raising children in the UK? And with them as well as children, have they ever mentioned anything? Or
I think for me the biggest surprise is just how involved you need to be as a father. So, for example, I thought I enjoyed cooking in Zimbabwe. So I'd cook whenever I felt like it, usually on a Sunday. But when you're here, it's different. Even as the father, you're almost joining the cooking rota. You have to cook just as much as everyone else. So I think for me, the biggest surprise was just how involved as a father you become. It's not stuff we used to see with our parents, and it's not stuff that I used to do as a dad in Zimbabwe. So just that involvement, I think, it has been the biggest surprise.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And, thank you so much for your time. As we are coming to an end of this session, I would like to ask you maybe 3 things that you'd like us to take away from today's conversation.
3 things, I think, for me. One, it's around, you asked me about when I was talking about how purpose finds you
Yes.
wherever you are.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important to find yourself, even when you're in the UK. What is it that you wanted to do? For a lot of us, the UK is just about surviving. I think it needs to be a lot more than that. You need to
Yeah.
find your purpose, just like you did when you were in Zimbabwe, even when you are here. And for me, thrive, even the name says it. I think one thing that I'm hoping for is that as immigrants, we can thrive, not just survive, but thrive even in this environment.
Yeah.
Second one, for men, I think for me, it's a changing role. Let's adapt to the changing role that is there. It's easy to stay in the past and to think that you need to be the father you were in Zimbabwe. I think it's a different environment. Adapt to it. And the third thing, though, linked to that is that don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
We do need to adapt, but we mustn't lose our culture
So
as
important.
Zimbabweans and our identity. So I think it's critical for us to see how we can adapt, but also retain our identity as Zimbabweans.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So for the audience listening, please comment about how this conversation has made you rethink masculinity, even within your own communities as well.
Yeah.
And like we said, we do have points for the comment with the highest likes.
Yes.
So don't forget that there is a prize. So we'd love to hear from you.
Once again, thank you so much, Kuzarimizi. It was an amazing pleasure to interview you today. We're going to share details about Thrive for those men that might want to take part as well
Yes.
in the comment section.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much. Thank you.